Yes. Oh my god. I needed a win so bad.
2.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Hypothetical
Hold on, give me a
Nonsense.
second. This is
Okay, that's it. We're done.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Hypothetical Nonsense podcast where nothing is real and everything is fake. Today we're going to be answering some questions that the community has asked.
Enjoy. I like that one.
Oh, that was the intro?
No, that was the intro, just not the actual intro where it's like, we talked about him, it's more than him. This is just the regular.
We could just do that and then put like
Oh.
like kid music.
Oh
in the
yeah, instead of
background.
the normal one.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
but how
dun.
do we use that original intro where Juan cut us off?
Let's just use it.
Let's
then.
just use that as the intro.
As
No
the
one's gonna watch
before
till the
the-
end, you know.
No,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
take that part and put it at the front
At the
part.
very
Then the
beginning?
title plays, and then after that, what we're doing now.
Okay.
Then we're still ongoing, and this is still the
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
and we
Yeah, and now we're frequently asked questions.
so in the
that we're
episode
answering.
is going right
Oh,
now.
We're
shit.
in the Sammie. You may not believe this. You see that timer right there? We're fucking recording as we speak.
What is that red line?
You're on camera.
And it keeps just marching
It
forward.
just keeps going
Don't
endlessly.
click off. Don't
endless-
click off. Please don't click off.
Guys, please comment nice things about Sammie. Look at that smile. I just want to see his smile. Look at his smile. Look
Y'all
at that
don't
smile.
hey, y'all don't gotta worry about me. I live in the forest. With
What?
The forest?
Yes.
I'm worried about you. Why are you in the forest?
Do we not know this? I live in the
Do
forest
you
in
not
a
have a paycheck that you can get a home and an apartment with like heating and air conditioning and water?
Oh, okay. She thinks.
Do you have gold?
So here, I actually do. I actually invest in gold. Thank you, Idris Elba. So what I do is I live in the forest
Yeah.
in a nice, beautiful cabin
Yeah.
with my 3 dear friends. Very
Yeah.
hairy, I might add.
What's your commute to
Huh.
work? Because I don't think there's a forest within like 100 miles of us.
Are you eating a lot of porridge out there? You got a bed out there?
Porridge.
You got three hairy friends out in the middle of the.
We have
of the
4
woods
beds
again?
because I'm also in the house as well.
Did Goldilocks
4 beds.
get a bed?
Who the fuck is Goldilocks?
Oh, sorry. I'm delusional.
My 3 hairy bears.
I don't know what's real and what's
honey
not
period, right?
Do your people call us city slickers or is that just in the movies?
No,
What?
well, my 3 friends call them roar.
Because they're bears. You idiot. I'm sorry. That was harsh.
What? I'm so
Fucking
hold on.
asshole.
That went right to left field. And let's get back from the forest and into the podcast. Welcome back to the Hypothetical Nonsense podcast. We talked about bears. We
No,
talked
haven't
about
talked about
cabins.
it.
We talked.
Actually, we
Is
did
Is the,
talk
is
about
the
that.
podcast still going right now?
I
We're
think it's
answering
over.
Is the red
questions.
line still going?
Sammie,
I think it's
How are
over.
you? are you okay? Okay, let's answer
think
some
that-
questions.
So you guys on our Instagram.com/todayfriendsbest.
Yeah.
I posted asking for Q&A questions, and you guys, boy, did you guys respond.
Some of you are fucking mean and disgusting, and some of you have no manners at all.
Boy, did you guys monitor. Boy, did you guys
You
respond.
managers-
And what
You're
happened?
just rude and mean. But you know what? Thank you for the people that did send some nice questions.
People, yeah, some of them were nice, and some of them made attempts at making jokes as well.
Y'all being rude. We just make YouTube, guys.
It's so funny how people will like personally attack our characters. We're just 3
We're just
guys.
guys,
We're
3
just
dudes.
3 guys.
Hold on. Are you actually gonna make fun of people who are just guys being dudes? What the fuck? And we're all this small because we're babies.
Just
No, but you know what?
we
like,
just were 3 friends that were like, you know what, we should start a podcast.
no,
That's-
we were not.
Wait,
hold on, because that's something that is offensive.
we were talking about crypto and we were talking about the stock
Yeah.
market and we were just like vibing and we were
Yeah,
chilling
yeah.
and we were like,
People
guys,
need to hear this.
people need to hear our voice.
Mhm.
And then we started a podcast.
I will say, no one should come after us for what we like. It's so bizarre.
I come before. Oh,
I
I can't.
I
do
would
this.
hope not.
I can't
We'll
do
talk
it.
about that
We
at a
sh-
different time. But it's just weird that anyone would comment anything negative about somebody's like personality or something personal. It's like, what are you doing with your time? You don't know me. You're
Yeah.
not here. You think what waste of time? What delusion? But I
Yeah.
will say that if the 3 of us did sit down and actually were like, oh my God, wait guys, we should start a podcast, then I would be like, all right, maybe you're allowed to bully us. But we
That's
didn't
not
want
what
to do
happened.
this. We don't want to to be here. We're just asked to do this.
Yeah,
This is a contingency in our contract.
Yeah. We are getting paid
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
We are not being held hostage.
No. There's no
Yeah.
gun. There's no gun.
Well, there is no gun, but the gun is shaped.
There's no cage.
The gun is shaped like money,
Like
and the
a
gun is
dollar
also
sign.
made of money.
Yeah.
And it's also money.
It's money. Well, yeah, so it's a contingency in our contract to have this podcast. So it's just sort of like when you guys are like, they don't even know and why is Will and Caroline just won't shut up and Sammie.
And that's
it's just,
Wait.
I've not seen Sammie. So
Wait, stop. Cut this out because you're gonna get people to do it. No, you. When people.
But you don't read the comments.
Yeah, I don't, and also don't try to make me. So what? So
I love that.
So what the thing? Wait, okay, and I'm done. I'm done talking about it.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. But editors, don't cut that out. It's fine.
No, wait, Alex, we're gonna have a talk.
and
Also, our editor's name is Alex, by the way.
Yeah. Hi, Alex.
so that actually leads me into a great point. Kind of, people are curious, why the fuck we're on your screen and why we're on your recommendation feed. And you may know us outside of this and be like, why are these three people why are you guys here?
What the fuck is
How do you guys meet?
happening?
So if you are unaware, we work for a company called Rooster Teeth, who came to us and decided that they like us, and we're like, hey, we're gonna pay you guys to make videos together. And why are you looking at me like that? I can't tell what your eyes are giving me right now.
I'm listening.
Is this
It also
intent?
looks like you're
Will,
looking past
Will,
it.
I'm
you're looking
listening to
through
you.
me right now.
I'm listening to you.
Both of your eyes are like 2 degrees this
I
way.
genuinely think I don't have a fever. I do not have a fever.
Yeah.
But my head feels like what happens when you have a fever. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like when your brain starts to get cooked a little bit.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of the definition of a fever?
But I don't
yes.
have one.
Well, you're pre-fever.
You're pre-fee?
If you went to the doctor, they'd be like, I'm so sorry, you're pre-fee.
I preefed on your
Sorry,
on your
I come
stomach.
before.
Like that one.
So
Sammy. Okay.
So about the rooster.
How we
Yeah,
met
is there
the red
anything?
team?
I mean, I'm open to being open, but I don't know what you guys would like to share about
Well,
how
he comes
we
first,
met.
so he's closed at this
No,
point.
I don't come first. I come before. It's different. There are a bunch of people who came way before me,
Yeah.
but I come
Before us?
after we collided.
So he gets his.
So I don't think we should go too because
Yeah.
if people are already being mean and they don't know anything about us,
Yeah.
let's not open up a door to like actual real stuff.
Okay.
But we could be like,
One thing that we haven't talked about, just because we've been because there was a phase we were working virtually for the first 4 months that we worked at this job before we ever filmed a video together. It was all just what is BFT gonna be?
And it was
actually,
just a waste of fucking time.
well, do you have our list of names?
that's what I was gonna say, because our alternate universe BFT is fucking crazy. I think the number one, the number 2 contender, or actually I don't know if it was the number 2, but I think it was gonna be gas relief.
Yeah,
at
gas
some point.
relief was a bit. So
I don't remember that one.
Well, it was me
I
and
remember
Will.
Wumplies.
It was me and Will. I think we were on earlier,
Yeah,
and we were coming up with names.
Oh
And it was,
yes,
it
we
was
sent-
gas relief. There's something about socks. There was.
I was so invested in the idea
Don't
of it
say
being
it.
called the glove.
Oh, I remember the
I
glove.
loved the idea of the glove.
But whenever we asked you what the glove meant, you'd go,
It's the glove.
"It's just the glove. It's the glove." And having never met you before, I'm in my room like, "What the fuck is bro talking about?"
That's funny
The
because
glove.
I understood that sense of humor. And I was like, you know what? If you don't get it, you just don't get it. It makes the glove makes sense, but it's it sounds like a shitty new social media app where you can buy
Yeah.
food and cars at the same time. It's the glove.
It's the glove.
I hear that. Explain it.
No. It's.
I think the point is that it's not
hold
to
on, that you get a
explain.
PR team together in Silicon Valley, and they're like, okay,
Sure.
so this app, what you do is you order food and cars at the same time. Why you would need both of those things delivered to your house at the same time, I don't know. But we want to go for a name that's inoffensive but pulls you in. It's cute, but it's also very sophisticated. So we went with the glove.
Well, actually, our research
Yeah.
points to frogs might get a little bit offended by glove because it sounds sort of like their throat.
Oh, I thought
thought
and correct me if I'm wrong. And
Yes.
this might be it might be a dialectal.
It's just market research.
well, it might be a regional thing, but I was under the impression that frogs said ribbit.
And,
well,
and
no,
fish actually say
common
glub.
misconception. We have another graph for our market research
Yeah.
that tells us that frogs do not like the moniker of ribbit.
Oh, associated.
They don't
with
like that.
but they
Yes.
don't
Oh,
say
well,
it.
I
They don't
actually
say
heard.
that.
I
But
heard that
I
they're
went
trying
out
to.
And actually, it's actually ribba to you.
I thought they were trying to reclaim ribbit. Like they were like it's not offensive anymore because they're trying to embrace ribbit because it's been used against them for so long.
That's
That they're
a great question. I myself do not want to speak for the frog community, so I'd like to bring a frog expert to just.
Are
sort
you a
of-
frog ally?
absolutely ribbit? Oh fuck!
Oh no! Cut that out! Bleep that out!
Alex, leave that in.
You don't know
Actually-
Alex like me. Y'all don't, Alex. You know me, and fist bump it on the camera, and then puts a fist right there. Wait,
That's
wait,
so much
I'll put a
editing.
fist right there. Pow! And then go like, pew, and then be like, this episode was brought to you by Sammie Incorporated.
I think you just ruined your relationship with Alex with that big
So
ass.
much work.
Alex,
That's
can
a
you
tall
That just added an
order.
hour to his workload.
Alex, can you just record a selfie video of you being like, I'm not doing this bullshit, and then punch the camera, and then be like, pew, and then go like, this edit was brought to you by Alex Incorporated.
No ad.
Thanks,
Um,
Alex.
Yeah. So the glub was really important to me. I was really sad when nobody understood the glub. I think the point was just that it was gibberish, but it sounded like the club, like welcome to the club. Like,
Yeah, no, that's what it does
that,
feel like.
That I did understand, but at the same time, in my mind, I was like, if we commit to that, like that's gonna get so sour in like a year.
Yeah.
When we're the glub and
The
we're like,
glub.
we're the glub.
Welcome
It
to
would
the
have
club.
pissed off, I feel like, other brands too, because they'd be like, "What are these three kids doing here? The Glub? Why does their room look like a daycare center? Where they just give
Oh.
Adderall to 3-year-olds?
Oh my
Like, what
goodness.
is going
Our
on?
office. What do we
Is
do about it?
smelliest.
Whose job is it?
Our
never mind.
manager.
Well,
It's our manager's job.
me and Will did, and Kat too. Shout out Kat. We did like a deep clean of the office. I think on 2 separate occasions.
Yeah. It lasted like a good 2 days. Actually,
It did. Yeah.
The office was so nice to walk into for like a day.
Yeah. Well, our office is okay. 2 things. One, when Will said that Rooster Teeth found us, Rooster Teeth found Caroline and Will. Will found me. I think Will needs to not get credit, but they keep saying that they found all 3 of us when that is not true.
I did pitch because Sammie and I were mutuals, and I was needless to say a fan
Damn,
of
was.
Sammie's Sammie's videos, to the point where I would actually make some Sammie references like to his face. Like we would be like hanging out, and I would just quote his videos, and he'd be like, "What are you doing?" Like on some fan behavior.
Well,
actually,
I thought I had dementia because you were saying things that I recognized, but I was like, "What? What are you talking about? I would never say this."
Have we explained the specifics of how we were hired? Because I think this is an interesting point. Before I was reached out to by Rooster Teeth, I was applying to work at Starbucks because I just needed a job.
that's crazy.
And Anthony Potera, is that how-
Anthony Potero,
Potero. Anthpo, love Anthony.
Yeah.
Messaged me and he was like, "Hey, I'm at this event right now, and there are these people from Rooster Teeth that are looking to hire you. Don't take this job." He's like, "Do not take this job." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." He's like, I'm gonna let you know because as a courtesy, but in his mind, there was no way I was gonna say yes and reach out and take the job. And I did it anyway because I was just like, well, I could either stay in New York and go to Star and live with my parents for the next 3 years, or I can move to Texas.
That's not even trying to be offensive. Like that's
No,
like genuinely.
of course I'm
how you
not trying to be
felt.
fucking offensive. That's just that I joke about it now, or I say it in a joking way because that's the reality. That was my reality, and it's a reality for a lot of people. Like,
I
it's just-
remember seeing the kind of slow transition into like Caroline being content here. Like I remember just like waking up to a text of you like you took a photo of like a rock.
a shell. I sent you a
shell,
picture of a shell,
and you sent it to me, and you were like, "Life is just so beautiful." And
Yeah,
I was
I was
like,
going
"What
through
is
it.
this?" Like,
No, I
thought
sent
you were.
you- there was a little
live, laugh,
shell.
love ass
I had, like,
text.
I'm
What
gonna-
the fuck?
It was a little shell, and there was like a hole in it, and it looked like a bowl. And I sent it to him, and I was like, "It's like God's, like nature's bowl."
Oh, yeah.
That's what I sent him. And he-
is circular.
Yeah, no, I was going through my circles.
it.
That's another transcendentalist literature circles. Emerson.
What?
The last episode we talked about Walden. which is also about nature.
We did, yeah. And then we talked about Joaquin Penis.
Joaquin Penis cock in your balls. I love that. That made me laugh so hard. That was awesome. What were we talking about? Nature.
Your enlightenment, your Caroline enlightenment arc that I saw just glimpses of beginning in like October or something.
And it's still going on. It's ongoing.
It's ongoing. I think you do need. I think. Never mind. I almost just said something so.
What do you think I should? No,
I
go
almost
ahead.
just said something just not constructive.
No, please.
I just said that you could use a little bit more sunlight.
And
it was not relevant to anything that we were talking
dude,
about.
Like a little vitamin D.
You're so fucking right. Because when I went back to New York for the holidays, there was no sun, and I could actively feel myself becoming a New Yorker again, being like, "What the fuck? Shut up! Shut up!" And I went back to Texas. Like the day I got back to Texas, we were driving. The sun was setting.
It was like 70 degrees when we got back.
70 fucking degrees, and I'm like,
especially from Colorado.
That was insane how we went from like 10-degree weather, and we're in the plane. He's like, okay, so we're landing in Austin.
Yes, and then you looked at the sky and you were like, the sun is like a circle.
What did you laugh at?
The sun beams into myself.
Yeah, the way that the wind blows beneath the soles of my feet.
I don't like either of you. I'm
It's
quitting
my
this
shop.
podcast.
It's as in
Quite frankly, you're both mean to me.
Who the fuck is Frank?
We
Yeah.
So yeah, what else? Is there anything else? In the
Well, no.
story
How
that
were
we
you
met?
courted? Because I know that they were.
They were sparsing me for like 6 months.
Tugging and sparsing you?
Yeah, and for I don't know. We were just back and forth in emails and for a while, and it was just I didn't think it was gonna be anything until like the last month where they were like, yeah, we're like here's like. Because until I saw the contract, I was like, I don't know what this is. Like, I don't really know.
And even when we got the contract, and even when we were working at this job for about 4 months,
it was like, what is this?
How many months?
So 5 months. I was on in April.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was 5 months till we, I think, posted our first video.
Yeah, and still we had no idea what was going on because we started uploading and then we were like, let's just add a new. First of all, this television show that we've been planning, or the show that we're gonna put on YouTube, we've been planning to make this sketch show. We're gonna scrap that idea and like really quickly within a weekend, it's like let's just do a completely different show. We had no idea what was going on when we got here.
And there was no show.
The company has no idea what's going on with us. Everyone's just very confused and money's getting thrown around. And it's great. That's how beautiful things are made. Mistakes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Originally, because no matter what, we were going to have 3 programming slots, which now are Hypothetical Nonsense, which is this channel, our own channel. We have, if you don't know that we have a YouTube channel called Best Friends Today, that's kind of crazy, but yeah, check that out.
So cool. They're like the world who's like, I just love these 3 podcasters. They're just doing podcasts and it's awesome.
Like, what if they made other stuff too? That'd be cool.
Then they watch and they're like, I like the podcast. I'm gonna stick with the podcast.
I lost my train of thought.
Choo choo.
Does anyone know what I was talking about?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So Hypothetical Nonsense, Best Friends Simulator. Thank you, Sammie, for Best Friends TV.
I forgot what you were talking about too. That's why I couldn't help.
And that originally, was going to be a sketch show. Best Friend Simulator was always a thing? Was that always going to be a
Best Friend
thing?
Simulator was always just like, let's just sit down at a table and do arts and crafts and fuck it.
It was going to be an arts and crafts show.
That show kind of has
originally.
not changed.
Yeah.
Like it's still table and TVs.
Yep.
Table, 2 TVs in the back.
I'm just going to be making faces for me so that I'll have things to clip out for the thumbnail.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hypothetical Nonsense podcast. Today, we're going to be doing...
Don't cover it. Don't hold it like a dick. Like, I need this for the thumbnail.
Don't hold it like a dick. Is that who's holding dicks like this? Like a cup.
Like over.
It's
Maybe we're watching. we're watching different porn. Here, go. Can you open up your phone?
Should I point at the camera?
Well,
no, that's accusatory.
Well, can you open up?
No, I feel accused.
Open your phone. Open up your phone.
Frog, ribbit.
What are you asking me?
Open up your phone because I want to look at the questions.
You're going to see like my balls or something.
What?
I don't know. Just in case.
What do you mean you don't know it's your phone?
No, I'm not gonna. I won't swipe through. I'm just gonna look for the questions.
I know.
I'm group leader now.
I know, but
All right. Now that I'm group leader, we have a question. I cannot pronounce this username. How do you get over?
Whatever. We're here now. Whatever.
I'm group leader. I'm sitting in the Hey,
When's the last time you clipped your nails?
I don't. I'm letting them grow out.
happening? What are we
Hey,
doing?
I'm talking.
Girl?
I'm talking. How do you get over a 2-year relationship with a baddie? How does one do
This
that?
is
This is a
this
question.
isn't really. This is like advice.
Huh.
I'd say your first where you went wrong first is like referring to her as a baddie.
Absolutely.
I think that's probably. I think that's kind of shows. I don't know. I don't think women like it when you refer to them as baddies.
There's probably a little bit, I'd probably say 5% objectifying in that statement.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the baddie circle. Or at the very least, people who call their girlfriends baddies.
Yeah. Because it seems like the point is to like kind of show like it's not just your girlfriend. You want us to know that
trophy.
she's bad.
Like,
yeah,
this
like
my
yeah.
This is my girl right here, right, guys?
Like not only was she one of my girls, but she was hot. She was bad.
Here's the thing. Baddie is for guys. Girl,
yeah.
I don't think I've met a girl who's like, "Oh, I'm a baddie." Well, hold on. Okay, yes, but boys love baddie, girls love beautiful, and you're so gorgeous, and I love
Gorgeous
you.
and-
Not baddie, and that's my female right there. And
I've been
have a
trying out some new
question.
compliments recently
Oh,
to a
really?
girl that I've been might have a chance at.
give
Going.
me trio.
I've been trying "You Rock." I've been fucking with that. You rock. And
Are you her dad? You rock. Huh?
I've been fucking with that, and the reception is inconclusive yet.
You rock, or how do you say it?
Like you
Like
know what?
I'm
You rock.
Charisse. What's her name?
You
Carissa.
rock.
You know what, Harissa? You rock.
Yeah.
Dad
you-
didn't like that.
You also said that inconclusive too. That's incredible.
Well, I'm still working on the delivery, but I think in general it's like unique. It's not. Not a lot of people are saying it yet.
Say-
And
well,
so
wait,
how
hold on,
many
be
times?
yourself.
How many times as a girl do you hear "I'm beautiful" or like "You're beautiful"? You probably hear that shit daily.
Well, yeah, I hear I'm beautiful. I hear, oh my gosh, can I give you $1 million?
Mm.
I hear so many things like that on the regular, on the daily.
You saying yes or no? What do you say to that?
Yes, and I feel like Clarissa. Wait, what was my name? Horatius.
Harishas.
Horatius
Malfoy.
Horatius would like you rock if you were like you did like this, like that's yourself. Like be like you rock or
It's-
something like that.
Can I hear the
Because
other?
then it transitions. It goes well into like "You are my rock." It's kind of a setup.
Oh,
But
for,
that's
like,
too
you're my
early,
rock.
Will. That's way too early.
whoa.
Well, it's just like kind of like a preview.
No.
It's like you're
actually,
setting.
I
it's-
like this. You rock.
You're
are
my rock. You know why you rock? Because you're my rock.
All right,
I
Caroline,
throw up. I throw up all over the place. I wouldn't stop throwing up. I start shitting myself.
Wait,
What the
wait,
fuck did
whoa,
you just say?
wait,
You rock.
wait.
You're my rock. No, I'm burning the house down. What?
That's okay.
What were the other two?
That's yeah.
What were the other two?
Other two what?
Compliments.
When did I say
I said
three?
give me. I said give
Did
me.
I say
trio.
three? Oh,
no, you said
tree.
one. I said give me trio.
I've been also. I mean, these are kind of interchangeable, but I was thinking, which is better, you rock or you rule?
Probably you rock because that
I would like to hear you.
You
rule.
you rule.
But not in like you rule. It like a you.
that
And
sounds like
more like-
rule if you say it really
More like-
fast.
If-
Rule.
if she's like, if I have a baddie, right, and she's like, and she goes home and and she comes home from work and she's like, you know what, I was like, this coworker was trying to tell me not to do this, and I was like, no, you don't know what you're talking about, like you can't talk to me like that. And I'm like, you know what, you rule. Like it's like it asserts like authority,
This
right?
scenario is crazy.
You don't like it?
No, I didn't say
I
that.
have a question. How do you have a 2-year
You said
relationship
that like you were eating
with a
something.
baddie? Because I know a lot of guys. I do know a lot of men that are about my age, so maybe it's just it has to do with them being immature. But they'll have relationships with women that they don't see as like human beings, but as trophies, and they just
But
objectify
as
them. I don't
trophies.
understand how you do that for 2 years. Have you ever been in that situation where you objectified a woman for 2 years? Will,
I wouldn't say that. I would say no.
look at the guilt in that
Well,
face.
I feel
That
like
guilty
these
face.
types of guys, because
Yeah.
I don't think these women are stupid. I feel like these guys are at a baseline nice to them in private, but a lot of a relationship is how you interact with other people.
Yeah.
So if they're being objectifying and terrible in public, but they're sweet in private,
Yeah.
I feel like that is kind of a mind fuck.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
hold on. Wait, I'm your little princess. But when
Yeah.
you're with the bros, I'm the baddie and the female. Like,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's to be someone like that is like I have to impress my friends, or at least I have to feel like I'm impressing my friends.
Okay, that
but
makes
also
sense.
I have to keep my girlfriend.
Sure.
But bros come first. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yes, I think yes, and I also think that my third actually no, I'll drop it. I was gonna never mind. Next question.
Is that what you say to her?
No, I was.
I must. Whatever. I don't even care. And then she comes up. She's like, "Well,
Okay,
it's
so there are two questions that seem interesting, and I want to give you guys options, depending on which one you think is more interesting to answer. Okay? No deodorant. this morning?
Can I? Actually, too much deodorant. I
Mm.
smell great.
So, so the first question.
Man, them armpits are gonna bubble up like a balloon from all the sweat that's lodged in your.
It's not
pores.
antiperspirant, actually.
Never mind. My
I love
goofy
you,
ass,
Will.
right?
You make me so happy. I'm glad that we both follow the same account on Instagram that you just got a notification on. What's your New Year's resolution, and did you already give up? That's the first option. The second option is, what would your Make-A-Wish be?
Real quick, I'd like to think the Instagram account was like ratchet fights or something.
No, it's not.
It's
Hood
like,
clips.
I
No.
love that we follow hood clips.
No, it wasn't.
Bruh, media.
Bruh, me.
Bruh, comedy.
It's Daquan. Wait, Will, you follow Daquan as well?
No, it's an obscure meme account. Relatively
Daquan's
speaking.
pretty. I'm kidding.
No, it isn't.
I'm
Isn't that like
joking.
millions of followers?
I'm joking. Daquan approached me and was like, "Can I post your video?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And then nothing came of
They
that.
didn't post
I've
it.
They
had
did post it.
Oh,
It got more views than my original video.
and that was it.
And they also didn't tag me.
They didn't tag you?
No.
What the fuck?
Shout out to Daquan.
But anyway, the
Uh-oh.
question.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's two that you can choose from, depending on which one you find more interesting. What's your New Year's resolution, and did you give up on it already? And then the second one is, what would be your Make-A-Wish?
My New Year's resolution was to post every day, and I have been doing that.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Why post every day? Strategically.
Not strategically. It's just there was so much gaps in between my videos, and the quality wasn't that better because I wasn't thinking about videos in that gap.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I'll make another one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why not just continue to make them if they're
Yeah.
gonna be the same quality?
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense.
My New Year's resolutions, one were to, there's one that I've kept to, one that I've stuck to, and one that I have not stuck to.
Mhm.
One was to cut out a specific type of Minecraft potions out of my life.
Mhm.
And that has been successful for the last, what's it, of the 23rd. So
It's
it's been
23
good.
days. That's really impressive.
And the other one has been to be better about like responding to texts when I see them, because like when I get a text, I'll be like, oh, I'll just respond later, and then I just don't respond later. And that one I've not gotten much better at, but
yeah.
we continue to truck forward along.
Yeah.
Did that show on the line cut?
It's
The
a lime
desktop.
cut.
The windows.
Speaking of
that's
limes.
so
That's
funny.
fine.
No.
That's funny.
Speaking of
We're not
limes,
talking about limes today
Okay.
because that didn't end well last time.
I said
That's
lemon cut.
My New Year's
You squeeze a lemon in
resolution.
a cup?
Thanks, guys, for listening to when I speak. Thank you guys so much. My New Year's resolution.
No, what was the celebration for? What did you? Were you celebrating over the joke, or was that you when
I'm
you
so
put a
glad
lemon
that
in
they
your
listen
lip?
to me.
Will, can you leave me alone, please?
Yeah, I could do that.
I love that.
I
they
wish that these
respect me
came out
enough
and I
to
could-
listen
oh,
to me when I speak. It's
Huh?
so. Don't worry about it. My New Year's resolution was to be less negative, and it started out really strong, where I'd have a negative thought and I would correct it, and I'd do a positive phrasing of the negative thought. What are you fucking laughing at? It's so fucking disrespectful. And then, but then I realized that the people that were making me feel bad for being myself, for being a little bit mean-spirited, were actually weird themselves, and they needed to change too. So now I'm kind of like, it's okay that I'm negative, because I think it protects me. It keeps me not vulnerable, it keeps me open. There's something that's good about being what the fuck could you possibly
There's
become?
nothing. There's nothing.
Okay.
But
I will say, though, that I think that we all have a problem with negativity. We all tend to be really defensive. What?
I think that there might be some better word. Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
With your smug fucking smile.
Smug.
I think, I actually think that there are better words. What?
Wait,
What
hold
better
on.
words?
Hold on. Hold on.
I like that. I like yours better of this too, because the last time the one was bouncy, or that thing
Isn't it interesting how I'm sitting with the microphone that you have and it doesn't move?
no, it's fixed this time. Did somebody fix it?
No, it's what's happening is I'm actually crouching down to match the mic because I would prefer for myself to move than to have this all over the place.
The last episode, every time I would try to move it down, it would bounce up again.
Boy.
And so I would just
There was
sitting
a
there
guy
like
in the
this.
ceiling with a string pulling it up and going,
So what would be your Make-A-Wish if you guys could make a wish?
$1 million forever.
Can you ask for money for Make-A-Wish?
I don't think so.
I don't even know. I'm not calling John Cena. He's busy enough. I would have to.
He's also like he's very buddy-buddy with the Chinese government.
Why do I
does that
care? I'm
affect
dying.
me at all?
I feel like if you want to make it, well, in this scenario, you're not going to be living much
don't I
longer.
have cancer?
Okay, I was like, if you want to be in, actually, no, maybe you want to work with John Cena and be buddy-buddy with the Chinese government. If you want to work in Hollywood,
I make a wish.
What are we
What is his
talking?
long-term plan? I have no long-term plan. I have one wish.
What kind of cancer do you have?
I don't have cancer.
Isn't
Are you
Isn't
lying
Make-A-Wish
to get
specifically you have terminal?
Yeah,
something? I don't have
under
to-
the age of 18.
Make-A-Wish is like your last wish before you die, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like your dying wish.
So
Yeah.
you're just lying about this?
No, I have terminal bone. So if John
I
Cena,
have
if
terminal bone.
I'm looking through all the Make-A-Wish and I'm like, well, John
Dude.
Cena is associated with the. Maybe I'd care if I had another day to live.
Right.
But
Yeah.
To all the ladies out there, I also have a terminal bone.
To all the baddies out there, I treat you with love, with respect, and y'all rock.
You rock. Cause we
I think
rock.
that delivery was good.
You rock.
Y'all,
But
you rock.
hold on, Will. One thing that you're missing is that they are your rock. No? You're listening to 96.3
No, we're-
FM.
no, you're not.
And the next song, Camp Rock.
The next song, I could live you up. I could show you what you want to spoon. I'll take you when you want to.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to 96.3 The Rock.
And we're back
FM
with
radio.
Camp, with Camp Rock. I'll be giving you the
Next,
fire.
Grenade by
I'm
Bruno
lighting up.
Mars.
I would catch it high. The stage is mine, set it on fire. I'm heated up under my control. This the night that you've been waiting
Today
on.
I don't feel like doing anything. Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, cause I need
Nobody's
to.
gonna
I've got
wanna
the
get next to
magic
me,
in
Cause
me.
they know
Every time some nights I stay
dare you to
up, passing
challenge
in
me.
my
Don't beg
bed
for
up.
mercy,
Some
please.
nights
No,
I
watch out,
call
'cause
it
I'm
a
letting
drop.
you know
Wicka,
I'll be giving you the
wicka,
fire. I'm gonna
wicka.
light it up.
The sun goes
Gotta
down,
make it
the star
high.
now.
The stage is
All
mine to set
count
it up.
here
Fire.
now. Yes, you're hot and
Wait,
you're
wait,
cold.
wait.
You yes,
All right, thank you everyone for listening to 96.3. This episode, this hour of ad-free listening. Hey, Sammy, do you mind if we... sorry, do you mind if we move on?
in the night sky, like shooting
It's already reading fucking comments. It's so funny when Caroline's trying to get the podcast back on the road and they just won't listen to her and they just keep not fucking listening to her. Isn't it so funny when Caroline tries to speak her mind and they're singing over her? So, Will, what would you do if you had to make a wish?
Probably ask for you to be nicer.
That's not, I
'Cause-
don't think that's a good,
I'd probably ask for you to not have these outbursts on the podcast.
outburst is crazy.
you
And they
also-
would have to pay me so much money to be nice to you.
You also did interrupt us singing, but that's okay.
What was it? Is he
Yeah.
speaking Japanese again? So what would be your real answer?
Again?
For me, for the Make-A-Wish,
Yeah.
I'd probably want to go to Wet and Wild.
What is Wet and Wild?
It's a water slide park that meant a lot to me as a kid in
Oh.
Arizona
That's really nice.
Nice.
because I don't know. I don't
So-
have any. I
so
don't have anything that I care
you-
that much about. If I'm dying, then what? Okay, an experience, right? Probably a celebrity to meet.
Sure. But you don't care about
what are the
celebrities.
top? I wonder if you looked at like Make-A-Wish, like the most common Make-A-Wish.
It's John Cena.
Is it really?
Yeah. John Cena's done like the most Make-A-Wishes like ever.
Interesting.
I wonder why.
People fucking love wrestling.
I guess that's like, yeah.
John Cena is like that dude when it like comes to being famous. Like he's that guy.
Wait,
Isn't
how
it
old
funny?
am I?
There are like celebrities that are super famous, I feel like, with most Americans, and then you just never hear about them. Like, what's his Garth Brooks? Do you know Garth Brooks, the country singer?
The singer, yeah.
Like, I didn't know anything about him, and then I find out that he's comparable to Michael Jackson in terms of how much music he sold. Do you know what I'm talking about? Celebrities like that, where you're just like, are they actually
Yeah.
that famous? And then they are that famous.
But I think streaming.
Yeah.
I think there's a music tax. Where
Yeah.
you gotta account for like the music inflation of like there being music so accessible. Like they was like
No.
hiking through the frozen tundras to get Michael Jackson's.
sold albums.
No. What I'm saying is the exposure that you can get now with streaming and social media. Michael Jackson was like, and everybody heard him from their house, and they'd march to go see him. Like I think there's a
Sure. No,
there's a
I
divide.
think Garth Brooks was popular maybe like in the late 80s, 90s, early 2000s. So there wasn't like social media. It is different in that it's not like the king of pop, but I still think that he was on the radio and super popular. It was just in a very specific part of the country.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't Michael Jackson famous, but then when all the,
No,
It's-
why are we having this conversation? You're right. It's good. We're good. We're saying the same thing.
I have a question
Yes.
about the Make-A-Wish thing.
Yeah.
How old am I? Because if I was 3, I would want to meet a fireman. If I
That's
was
so
4, I would want to
interesting.
meet like a dinosaur. If I was 5, I would want to meet like Tiger Woods for some reason.
Well-
That's such a creative interpretation of the question.
Yeah,
It's
because
good.
if I was 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm trying to think of what I was into at like 6 years old. Because I was never into like monster trucks, but I was into dinosaurs at one point, and then I was into like Kirby. I was really into Kirby from a young age.
Which game?
I don't know. I just had I just had it on like a Game Boy or something,
Sure.
or a DS.
Imagine if you asked to meet a dinosaur and the Make-A-Wish like has a creative solution for you, and they bring an archaeologist, and you're like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Here's a dinosaur bone.
They're
dead?
showing me bones.
They're dead? Yes, bones. See." We don't want to remind him about death and stuff. Did you want me to bring a fucking T-Rex?
Yes.
This dumbass, and he punches you.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
If you were your age right now, what would you get for your Make-A-Wish?
If I was 22,
Yeah.
I'd probably want to meet like what celebrity specifically?
No. What would just your Make-A-Wish be?
Oh. I'd probably want to go to Dubai
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
or travel.
I think travel's just like the best because meeting someone is like, oh,
And what if they suck? Like, what if I really, really want to meet like Baby Keem and he's like really awkward or something? He's like, because I mean, I would be if I was somebody's Make-A-Wish.
mhm.
I feel like I'd be just like, hey, buddy. So you don't have a lot longer to live, right?
Have you seen The Boys?
No.
One of
should
the
watch The
the
Boys.
speedster, the guy who's really fast. He visits someone in the hospital, and he's like, "What's up, man?" And he's
Oh,
like,
no.
"I didn't want A Train," and he's like,
No, don't spoil it. We should watch The Boys because that's actually so funny. It's such a funny
It's
bit.
a very funny.
Is the
clip.
boys
I
like
wanted
a
Homelander.
Is the boys like one of those you could put on any episode, or is
No,
it like
No.
it's a story?
And
like
it's worth
an
watching.
anthology show?
We-
Yeah.
No.
So okay, there's a question that I think is very interesting. But then I do want to mention this. There's a guy that wrote a comment. Did she say that because you were aware I'm the son of the actor who plays Ted and I.W.? Okay, so basically, there's an episode of Best Friend Simulator where I
eating
say I
cheesecake.
fuck Ted. And apparently the son of the actor who plays Ted from Breaking Bad was watching that video and replied.
Yes.
We weren't talking about the bear, Ted.
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't fuck that bear.
Continue.
But I'd fuck Ted. No, I wouldn't. I'm just is a bit because now his son's involved. Ew, I'm not trying to fuck your dad. But the actual question,
Skylar White did.
Skylar White did happy birthday. Okay, so the actual question that I wanted to ask that somebody asked was where do you see this channel going in a year?
And who perhaps might that be, Will?
Who is that?
It's funny you asked, Sammie.
That's me
Was that supposed to be me? Because that was a cute rendering of me.
Who drew these?
Why are you fat?
What?
What?
They made you look fat.
What?
Dude, I'm
what?
sorry, art critique. They made you look fat. They got
made
my teeth
all
though for
of
sure.
us.
What is this?
This is some lovely fan art that somebody tagged us.
They
in.
totally
That's
got my
awesome.
teeth. No, okay, so one of the questions was where do you see this channel going in a year?
I don't necessarily think about stuff in that way.
Yeah.
I don't like to have an expectation
Yeah.
for things, especially like a creative endeavor
Mm-hmm.
or like a financial pursuit,
Yeah.
because anything that my little mind can think of is wrong. It is incorrect.
It's always
There's-
been wrong.
There's no. It's like there are so many things that happen in life that I would have to predict every like single thing perfectly. I can get like a ballpark
Yeah.
of what things
Yeah.
will happen.
Yeah.
But when I think about like what's gonna happen in the future and I get so specific, I'm like, okay, let me stop. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
get hit by a fucking car.
And also,
I don't know.
I think that the more that I've planned things, the less like that's not that I haven't found successes in the way that like I've really, really planned things. Like I feel like we kind of just stumbled into like the BFTV format. And like kind of like we didn't when we originally slated ideas, we weren't like, okay, it's going to be a talk show and we're going to have this. And I feel like our best is just like we've just been kind of figuring it out as we go.
I agree.
And I think we're probably going to continue to just keep figuring things out in like natural like storylines or like natural progression of like the format in the show in a way that like I can't really like predict now.
Smash cut to 3 months from now when all three of us are replaced.
Oh my god. Kat and Juan are going to be best friends.
They're
today.
crying. They're
I will
crying
say,
at the new
do you
BFT.
not have like fantasy? Because when I was like 14, I was like, I want to meet. I'm not gonna say who it was, but it was like I want to meet this comedian and I want to meet them in this specific context. And then like 2 years later, I met that comedian in that specific context. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And that kept happening. Where I'd be like, I want this thing to happen, and then it would just happen. And I'm like, why? Why is this happening? Why? And it keeps happening.
Recently, and this was actually the best day of my entire life.
Yeah. Have we talked about this?
No, not publicly or
Okay.
anything. But my number one most listened to Spotify artist of last year, like I know every single one of their songs. Like if you played the first half a second of any of their songs, I could tell you what the song is.
Yeah.
Like I love their music.
Yeah.
And I've been like kind of like I've been DMing them like on some fan shit for the last like year, like not thinking they would ever respond, like just like yo, like drop some new music, yo. Like people like
Yeah.
sometimes
Fan
You
behavior.
were that person.
I was that person.
Like in the YouTube comments, like, bruh, this shit gas, bro.
yeah. Sometimes I get DMs like that. And I'm like, you're real, but like I am that dude to them.
Yeah.
So like and like just randomly, like 4 months after the last time that I had ever like DM them or anything, I got a DM from them that was like yo, like thanks for the support, Will. Y'all are funny as fuck. And I was like just randomly, and I started freaking the fuck out. Like that made my day. I was oozing.
Yeah.
I was
It's
oozing.
the only time you'll text me back.
So I texted Caroline back, and I told all my friends, and then
That's really
I responded, and I was like, y'all like mean so much to me, like thank you. And then actually I didn't really know what to say to something. I just kind of because like what do you say? Like how do I have a conversation? Am I like yo? So like what's y'all plans for 2024?
Happens.
Do I be like yo? Like when's the next album? Or like what do I like? I'm like what are your goals? Or like like where does the conversation end?
Yeah.
You know? So they kind of just like I asked a question and then they had like a kind of dry response. So I just liked it. And then they double texted me the next day.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, like, do they want to be like friends? Like, I don't know. And then since then they've actually one of the dudes has double texted me a few times, and I just don't know how to act. Like, I just don't like.
Yeah.
And he's actually right now sitting. He's been sitting on delivered for like 3 days.
Okay, that's not okay, Will, and you need to respond when we're done with this podcast.
I don't know how to. I don't know what to say.
On behalf of Will to the artists that so sorry about Will's behavior.
Welcome back to the Hypothetical Nonsense
Way to
podcast.
be so conspicuous.
Sorry for our interruption. We're now back.
Yeah,
maybe
all of our
cut to
mics broke.
maybe cut to a black screen with a little sensor beep so people know that there was something intentionally cut, and you don't get to know what happened behind that black screen.
And cut what I'm about to say too, because I'm about to say some crazy shit.
No,
I don't have any opinions.
leave that in. Yay! That was so good.
I don't really have any strong opinions about much. I don't have any opinions.
Did they
in
ask
general,
any
actually.
any more questions? Preferably about Camp Rock, maybe?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe even perhaps Camp Rock.
What's your favorite Camp Rock movie?
Well, there's 2, and I'd say I like them both equally.
Oh, who's your favorite Camp Rock protagonist?
Well, I would say there's only one,
Okay.
and it's Mitchie. So I'd say Mitchie.
Do you wish that Camp Rock ended in a different way?
No, I thought it was cool. I thought the ending was cool. I was like, oh, brave. I'm not going to spoil, but I was like, brave.
Who should they have brought back in the second movie that
Are you
they
interrupting
didn't
me
bring
right now?
it back in the first movie?
I'm just looking for an opportunity to speak.
Oh,
you can
no,
continue.
you're looking for an opportunity to interrupt me.
Continue.
Horrible.
Continue.
Who should they have brought back in the second movie that they decided not to bring back in the second movie?
The fact that I don't remember who wasn't brought back points to nobody.
Oh, okay.
And one of the actual
Caroline?
questions was why you haven't watched media. One of the I did read that. One of the questions was why haven't you watched movies and television? And I want a real answer because I actually
Okay,
think
I have a
because
real
I
answer.
can't watch a lot of shit now because I just get bored. Or not that I get bored. I'm just like I can go into I don't have the attention span.
Okay, this is kind of I have a crazy answer that's probably like kind of shows I don't know that I'm crazy, and I have a regular answer. Which one?
Let's do the more real one, the crazy one, because you're crazy.
Okay, one of them. Okay, I'll say shows I can't watch because I have a really, really bad binging problem to the point where it'll consume me.
Yeah.
and I won't sleep.
We
and I
shouldn't watch
won't-
The Boys then.
And I won't go outside.
Yeah.
The Boys is a short watch, though.
It's like 3 seasons now.
Yeah, but it's a short. You can
It's hours.
you can run through that.
Okay.
That's you can
Ran
burn
through The
that
Boys.
show. You can
like A-Train.
Whoa.
No, you let him. Hey, let him experience this.
Let him experience
for
it.
himself.
He had to have seen the A-Train memes though, right?
Well, let's see why he hasn't seen what
Right.
he has not seen.
Continue.
Okay, shows I don't like to binge. Movies, I feel like I'm recently it's been to a point. Well, one, I don't like watching movies alone, just because I don't know. I'd rather spend time with like talking to friends or like I enjoy watching movies. I feel like a lot of the joy in watching movies is like being able to afterwards be like, whoa, this is crazy, right?
Interesting.
Or this part sucked, you know? And also it's to the point where like I find a lot of joy in showing people media that they haven't seen yet that I really enjoy. And so I'd like for people to show me media rather than like me just like scroll on Netflix and be like, oh, I've heard this movie's good. Like I'd rather like somebody be like, oh my God, you would love this movie, and me be like, oh, I haven't seen it yet. Or like like someone be like,
I
someone being
understand.
like, oh, you haven't seen this? Like what the fuck?
But
and
it
then being
happens with
like,
everything that we ever say all the time. And I'm not shitting on you. It's just that it's like you haven't seen Mrs. Doubtfire. You haven't seen Home Alone. Everyone's seen Home Alone.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay,
I can
Mrs. That
see.
was like the first one that came to mind. But I was Home Alone. I feel like everyone has to see Home Alone because it's a Christmas movie. You know what I
haven't
mean?
seen Home Alone until fairly recently. But
Okay.
that's because we watching Barbershop.
So
Ooh, never mind.
I will.
We watching Juice.
It's interesting that I feel like a lot of people will watch movies because it's an escape. No, and so it's interesting that movies are a very social thing for you because I think a lot of people enjoy getting caught up in fantasies, and so it's less about the experience of like sharing it with other people, though that's nice.
Yeah, well, I think from a lot of the reason why so many like Marvel movies and stuff is popular is because of the shared experience.
Oh, sure.
I think most people like to watch movies with other people.
Yeah.
Like going into the Marvel's Endgame and being like, you saw what happened?
No, I think that's a new thing. That's not a new thing. I think that is an aspect of movie watching. And then I think that there is another aspect of movie watching where people do really like to escape into the whole fantasy of the films. Like when you have like The Lord of the Rings, or even if you have like Harry Potter, like people get really immersed in that universe. So it's just interesting how you will like either like consume or it's a social thing.
Yes. And especially like if I get a girlfriend one day too, then maybe like we could binge her favorite movie series or something that I haven't seen before.
Who wants
like Beauty Shop?
Will.
Oh yeah, like Precious.
Yep. Like Precious. Like Precious.
Can you
like Lee Daniels the Butler.
Don't know that one. Continue.
We should watch The Boys.
Well, that was a question for you. That was your question.
Oh yeah. Where do y'all get your haircuts at?
I don't.
When's the last time you got a haircut?
When I was in LA, so whenever that was. So I just don't know where to go.
Yeah.
I have no idea where to go.
Danny Brown recommended me a barber. And I went there.
Yeah.
And he no shade to the barber or to Danny Brown, but it was like it was less than 30 minutes and I paid $60 for it. And I was just like, I don't know if much happened. I don't know. And especially, no, because the thing with my hair is you can't really tell. Like the reason that because I historically have been going to grape clips.
Yes. For
the last like couple years, because you can't really tell what's going on under here. Like my hair's so floppy that like you can't tell if I have a fade. So but last time I went to grape clips, they pushed my hairline up on my right side of my head about an inch.
So you look like a protractor, like.
Wow.
Yes.
You look like you were always going like.
Wait, no. They effed you. They fucked.
Well, I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna stop that now. And so,
you do it to yourself. You do.
Well, no, I'm doing it on purpose.
Well, no, she's practicing.
I'm doing it on purpose.
She's practicing.
Now.
For when
I'm not gonna casually say they fucked your shit up, because I could say they fucked your shit up, but I think it's funnier for me to be like, they fucked your
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
Shit up.
They fucked. Yeah, they did.
And I'm referring to the haircut.
In case you are around like
jumped by barbers. Or?
Well, they do have scissors. If I'm being jumped by someone,
why are you on Barber Alley?
When I see Sweeney Todd, you fucked my shit up, and then he'd be like, you know what?
No,
you're right. I'm done.
He would sing it, and then he'd kill you.
Yeah. I cut my own hair. I don't remember the last time I got a haircut.
But you're trying to grow it out, right?
Yeah, that is. I think that if
Didn't you say that yesterday? You were like, God, I need longer hair.
I do want longer hair so I can do better braids. So I'm trying to grow it out. But the thing is that every once in a while, when I'm feeling particularly, when you feel sad, and most people will just like read a good book or like, I don't know, drink tea and cuddle up on the couch. I'm like, I'm gonna cut off 16 inches of my hair. Shells.
Watch Precious.
Shells.
But I'm just gonna cut off all of my hair. That's the first thing that comes to mind. And for whatever reason, I equate that with like being happy. I'm like, I'm gonna be happy when I get a fuck ass bob.
Give me my fucking spot back.
So
why am I here?
No, but anyways, I'm trying to keep it out. And if I come in here with short hair, it means that something very wrong happened. And I'll lie about it. I'll say I'm okay, but I'm not.
Give me my seat back.
No, I'm group leader now.
I like having a close up of my face.
Yeah. How about
I'm gonna sit in the middle from now on.
Wait.
I'm actually okay with that because I don't even have an angle.
Yep. So
the digital
the
zoom.
dynamic has changed.
Yeah.
I'm group leader now.
Pixels.
You know what's gonna happen is that you're gonna design games, and then I'll just present the games as if I made them myself, and then people are gonna be like, "Wow, these games are so much better," because they're idiots.
Damn. Wow. Should I ask it?
Yeah.
I need to take a deep breath before.
Okay.
I think this should be the last time that we talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody asked if you eat a hot dog
Okay. No.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
vertically or horizontally. So I have a question. Are we talking? We need to establish what we're talking about.
I want to keep this. We're not going to start because we always start yelling.
No. I can yell if I decided that I'm gonna yell.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Preach.
Are we talking about the way that we fold a piece of paper or the way that we eat the food? Because it seemed like at first the argument was you eat a hot dog vertically, which I think y'all kind of realize is a little bullshit. But then,
Which, as I said, I think y'all think that was kind of not true. As we all agree with that.
so you'd say every time, because I'd say like you eat a hot dog horizontally, and then you guys would be like, but you can't eat a hamburger
burger
vertically, right?
Is that true or not? True or false? Can you eat a burger vertically? True or false?
I would say inconclusive. But
why? Why?
So this is
Why is that inconclusive? So you got the hot
Fine.
dog.
Okay. You're right.
Yeah.
You don't eat a hamburger vertically.
So that argument is inconclusive because the hot dog, you can say you eat that horizontally, yes. But the burger, you just
but
can't.
I would say the same thing for your argument.
Sure.
You can eat a hamburger horizontally, but you cannot eat a hot dog vertically.
You can eat it vertically. Like you could eat it vertically.
But you look goofy.
Yeah, you do look goofy, but I don't think there's a physical possibility to eat a hamburger vertically. Because you got to eat that shit from the top.
Guys, we have spent so many minutes discussing this issue.
When you are eating a hot dog vertically, right?
So much time
you're
on this
rotating
podcast.
the hot dog so that you can eat it vertically,
Dedicated to
right?
this
When
argument.
the timer stopped, just count to 30 in your head. We'll get
didn't
30-second arguments.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you eat a hot dog vertically, right? You're rotating the hot dog so that you can eat it vertically. If you were to eat a hamburger vertically, you'd be doing the same thing. You'd be rotating the hamburger so that you can eat it vertically. So technically you can eat the hot dog vertically or the hamburger vertically in the same way that you can eat a hamburger vertically.
Okay. No, I see. I see. Each food group is being tilted in a way that's unnatural to achieve either of our points.
Yes.
So the eating part, we get rid of the eating part.
Okay. The eating part is off the table.
Out.
That's not relevant towards. And I've seen different. Okay, sorry.
Now we're talking about paper now.
Okay.
Paper's where we're at.
Which is what it's always been about.
So if we're talking about paper, yes.
Yeah.
We can maybe talk about how it's folded.
Okay.
But in school, well, we are talking about how it's folded, but it's both. We're talking about how it's folded and also where the lines are. You know?
Is it about being folded? I thought it was just about the long way of the paper or the wide way of the paper.
Well, it's about how it looks. That's how they teach. That's why it's hot dog and hamburger.
Right.
That's
and
how they teach
I don't
the
know
kids.
where folding came into this, because when my teacher said we're going to draw on this piece of paper hamburger style, I would take it the long way and I'd flip it so that it was the wide way, because that's hamburger style.
But it was folding when I was a wee boy.
Oh, interesting.
It would fold from that way.
Yeah.
And then the long way like this.
Yeah.
Because the reasoning is because these edges are shorter like a bun.
You hold it like a hot dog,
Like
but
a bun.
But with
Yes.
the this way, it's like putting two patties on each other.
It's
like
two hamburger buns.
Wait, I get your argument now.
Why do I keep getting interrupted? Shit! Hold on.
I'm sorry,
let's
Sammie,
say
that
finish,
wasn't
and
very
then-
nice.
and then I wanna hear what you have to
that
say.
wasn't nice. I'm
I have to
sorry.
hear what you.
So it's the buns and the buns for the folding. And when you fold it, the lines that come about, it's the graph. It's the graph.
Okay. Caroline, I want to hear what you have
I
to
get it, because for me, when we were discussing this, I thought it was just about the direction of the paper. No folding was involved. But now that I'm thinking about the folding, it makes sense because if you're like, oh, it's about folding hamburger style, you're putting the patty vertically like this. And then if you're folding it hot dog style, you're going from side to side, which is horizontal. But that's only when we're talking about folding. When it comes to just like hold it hamburger style, hold it hot dog style, then hot dog is vertical and then hamburger is horizontal. But when we're talking about folding, I understand your argument now.
But folding can be both vertical and horizontal. It doesn't matter.
I think it also depends on the way that you're looking at the piece of paper, and if you are determining it, because at the end of the day, we both agree that after the paper is folded, when you're looking at it, hot dog style, we see hot dog style as the same, and we see hamburger style as the same folded piece of paper. I think where we get mixed up is whether it's horizontal or specific or vertical, which I don't think is. I don't think is like established. I don't think that our teachers ever said. I think the point of using it is so that because horizontal and vertical were too big of words for our first grade brain.
Yes, I'm sure it was more complicated than what they gave us because as a kid, like you said, we can't process these abstract things. So what do kids know? They know hot dog, which is long, and they know burger, which is like long this way, like chubby, right?
Yes.
So it's pretty much long and wide. Long, vertical, wide, horizontal. That's pretty much what it is.
And you're saying this is vertical because
it's long. Vertical long.
But long doesn't mean horizontal or vertical.
No, long as in
tall.
Long like this. Long like tall, yes. Yes. long like tall. Long like tall.
Instead of long like wide.
Long like wide. Yes. It's length and it's width. Okay. Hot dog got that length. It can have that width. But hot dog had that length. Burger had that width. It don't often have that length.
I have the length of a hot dog and the width
of a hamburger. I also want to
notice that I'm talking about my penis. They're not listening to me. How are you?
Was it a penis joke?
It was.
You want to repeat it or do we want to move past
it's okay.
it?
That was you high-fiving yourself, but I did it.
Thank you.
You want to dap? I know you've been fucking with daps recently. Ever since you... Sorry. I also want to say this doesn't really look like a hamburger.
I had it. Well, I did have it. 1 second. Just try it again.
So, okay. So this... I also want to notice that this doesn't really look like a hamburger.
Maybe, but it's also paper.
It's a piece of
That's paper. Does that look like a hot dog
yes!
or a hamburger?
This totally. I feel like if you put a hot dog in here,
it does look like a hot dog. That's the point. That doesn't look like a hamburger.
But does this look like a hamburger?
It doesn't look like a hot dog either. That's just the closest it can
why
be.
Why are hamburgers and hot dogs the only two like foods? Like this looks kind of like.
Okay. French fry and then wait. It's because they're folded. Maybe hot dog and sandwich? Because it looks like a sandwich.
It could be sandwich.
Hot dog and sandwich. That's what
I saw some really interesting arguments in the comments, which is funny. I saw one that was like when you're assembling a hot dog, you put the sauce on it horizontally, and when you want to make a burger taller, you add the patties vertically. If you want to make if you want to dress a hot dog, you put the sauce on horizontally. If you want to make the hamburger burger, you make it vertically. Which makes sense to me.
This is not.
Oh! What the fuck?
A first paper plane just hit the wheel.
Isn't 9/11 so funny?
What I'm just mystified at, I'm mystified that the argument has obfuscated into how we make the hot dogs and how we make the burgers. That's not even the point. The point is that the paper looks like hot dog and it looks like hamburger.
But it seems like the argument is where we disagree is attaching the words horizontal and vertical to it, which are like weird in the first place because it depends on one, the way that we're looking at the paper, and two, the way whether we determine it by the line or the way that we move across the axis. Because I'm saying that when you fold it, you're moving across the vertical axis. up and or
What?
you move it. You move vertically up and down. when
But you're moving
folding.
across the horizontal axis, though.
Yes, but I mean,
Yeah.
I meant that you're moving it. No. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You're moving it across the horizontal
Yeah.
axis, but you're moving it up and down vertically. Like if this was a graph and you're folding it, the line would be a vertical line up
Of
and
where you're
down.
folding it, but you're folding it over the horizontal. And where's that fold? On the horizontal axis. So if you got the hot dog, you're folding it maybe horizontal like this, but it meets at the vertical line.
It does meet, and
So it's about the fold where the lines come in.
there was a mathematician defending me in the comments.
I
so-
don't believe he was a mathematician. I,
believe-
saw that
I don't-
comment and I don't believe
I
that.
don't know what you're referring to, but I think because every teacher, there's not a single teacher that was like, I'm actually going against the academic consensus here. I think this is hamburger and this is hot dog. They get laughed out of the
Lecture hall.
teacher meeting.
So in conclusion,
Uh-huh.
You're moving around a lot. I can't draw you.
hamburger is vertical because chubby like burger. And next,
When you read
thank you everyone.
Oh, I got a heater for you. I got one for y'all. Watch this. Wee Wee Pee Pee said on YouTube, he said, hamburger chubby like burger. He said, hot dog big like
Like long like wiener.
So I got people defending me.
Long like wiener.
Long like wiener, chubby like
Mhm. Chubby like burger is awesome. I think that thank you for listening to the Hypothetical Nonsense podcast.
I think we covered some good ground there.
Everybody's
We got some
gone
good
away.
some good stuff in there.
Said they're moving to LA.
Follow us on we just dropped a
There's
banger
not a
on Saturday.
soul line.
Also, if you want to see a exclusive podcast that we filmed with Mabel, then go to roosterteeth.com or the link in the description to see it.
Yeah.
Some gotta win, some gotta lose.
Follow us on Instagram, Today Friends Best. Follow us on YouTube, Best Friends Today.
Mm-hmm.
Good time, Charlie's.